be Britta Simon.
Yes,
Yes,
Britta
Fleming,
Simon,
would you like
certified professional of the Institute of Heart Math, high performance coach for leaders and executives, expert for stress management and building personal resilience. Professional resilience is the focus area now. Thank you, Britta.
Thank you, Fleming, and good morning from Germany, from an early cloudy morning here near Berlin, Germany. And I would like to thank you, Dr. Hala, and all the honorable participants and speakers for organizing this beautiful event and for inviting me. And yes, basically resilience is my topic, and it's a beautiful sequel to what Atia and also what Shannon have already contributed. And resilience, me as a resilience coach, we hear resilience, you can say, on almost on a daily basis, especially now in times of challenges. And the other day, I think it was even Atia who said, you know, oh, I can't hear resilience anymore, you know, this word resilience. And that made me smile, because she is absolutely right. We are all talking about resilience. We have to be resilient, and we have to be strong in times of challenges. But what does it really mean to be resilient? So this was a challenge for me as a resilience coach to really clarify what is resilience, and what does it mean to be resilient, and is it just a set phrase, or is it something tangible? Is it something we can feel, or something useful? And not just be used as a word. And if so, am I resilient? And if not, how can I become resilient at the end of the day? And this is what we will clarify in my presentation. And I will also clarify, in combination with this, the role of the human heart for resilience, for our energy, and also how, of course, there will be an operations manual, a very simple, how we can become resilient, and how we can also transport our personal resilience into our business world, into our work team, and our professional life, so to speak. So I would like to clarify first a modern definition of resilience, also used by my institute, by the Heart Math Institute. At the Heart Math Institute, we define resilience as our human capacity to prepare for, to adapt in, and to recover from challenges and adversity. So let me repeat this. Resilience is our human capability to prepare for, number one, to adapt in the challenges, and also to recover from the challenges. So this is what we define as resilience. And now, why is it the challenges and adversities that are combined with resilience? Now, the answer is very simple, because in times of challenges and adversities, and it can be smaller challenges on a daily basis, or the big ones we are all experiencing now with the COVID-19 crisis and so forth, research has shown that these challenges, they absorb, the smaller and the bigger ones, they absorb most of our personal energies. They are our energy drainers. Yeah, and this is combined with the energy is not actually drained by the challenges that happen around us, but by the emotions we create in our body, in our heart, that to respond with the challenge. So the emotions, or the quality of the emotions, this drains all our energy. And or most of our energy. We also spend energy, of course, on movement, on thinking, but most of our energy is drained by emotions, especially when it comes to negatively charged emotions. And we all experience negatively charged emotions on a daily basis, and especially now in times of challenge. For example, now we are all familiar with emotions like worry, anxiety, frustration, fear. All these fear-based emotions we are globally now facing in these challenging times. And I would like to share a picture, if I may, to demonstrate here. How does it look like? So I hope you can all see it. I hope I'm also okay with the sound. Okay. How does it look like? Okay, thank you. How does it look like when we are faced with challenges and we are getting into a state of like fear and worry? So now all these emotions are first of all processed by our big energy generator, the human heart. Yeah, our human heart processes all the emotions, and when our human heart is constantly faced with emotions like worry and fear and so forth, this is when the heart, which is in constant communication with the brain and of course also with the rest of the body, but the most important connection in our human body is the one between heart and brain. So when the heart is experiencing worry and fear, it sends matching emotions to our brain, and these matching emotions look rather chaotic. Yeah, so our heart sends in a state of worry and fear the chaotic information to our brain. And this is where this is what we call at the HeartMath Institute when our human physiology goes into a state of incoherence. So in a state of incoherence, as we can see here, the information from heart to brain is chaotic, and our body works very inefficiently. We waste a lot of energy in this state of incoherence. So this is also as you can see, the graph here, this graph that looks quite chaotic, and this is also what we can measure with a device developed by the HeartMath Institute. This is also what I measure here with my ear clip. It's the M-Wave technology that that visualizes this connection between heart and brain in a state of constant fear and worry. So when this goes on for, let's say, days, weeks, and even months, or even years sometimes, we are challenging these negative emotions and we are not taking care of it. This is when, at the end of the day, we do not have enough energy left because it's so draining, and we don't have enough energy left for all to respond positively and energetically to all the challenges, and our body at the end of the day reacts with stress, with burnout, with fatigue, with insomnia, sleeplessness, and even with physical pain, headaches, and even worse ailments and problems, health problems we are facing. So and I would like to bring your attention now on the right picture, where we have the complete opposite, where our heart is in a state of coherence, which represents a state in which our human physical, mental, and emotional system is working in an optimal state. Yeah, this is what we call coherence, when heart and brain are synchronized, when we have a perfect harmony between heart and brain, and also, of course, with the rest of our body, with the nervous system, and this manifests in all our cells, so to speak. So this is how it looks when we are in coherence, which is the complete opposite of incoherence. But now the question is, how do we get from incoherence to coherence? How do we get from left to right? And this is where the HeartMath research has developed groundbreaking practical solutions, which are not only efficient, they are also easily applicable. Let me share this here for a moment. One of the most simple, most easiest, and most efficient and fastest way to get from a state of incoherence, from a state of chaos into a state of coherence, into a state of harmony and synchronization between heart and brain and the rest of the body, is one technique developed by the HeartMath Institute, and it's called the quick coherence technique. And the quick coherence technique is what I will quickly demonstrate here. And of course, you're all welcome to join me to become coherent. And the quick coherence technique is a three-step technique, which is ever so easy and ever so simple. So we just, step number one, we turn our attention at the center of the chest where the heart area is. This brings us into the present moment, back into the present moment from everything that's going around us. So we reconnect with our heart in the present moment and put our whole attention and focus on our heart. And step number two, and this is very important, we lower the pace of our breathing. We adopt a low and deep and smooth breathing pace. We can count till 5 seconds inhale and 5 seconds for the exhale. So if we adapt a low breathing pace while we keep the focus on our heart, there's also a step number 3. And step number 3, this is where the magic happens. At step number 3, we make an attempt to create a positive regenerative feeling in our heart. And I loved what Atia said before, because she was talking about gratitude. And when we create the emotion of gratitude in our heart, this is literally an amplifier for an amplifier for our whole physiology to get into a very high state of vibration, into a very high state of synchronization. So with a focus on our heart, a low breathing pace, which signals the body that it is safe in the present moment, and with creating a positive regenerative feeling in our heart, like gratitude, for example, or also appreciation, care and compassion. These are the emotions that bring most of the benefit. And at this moment in time, we stop the production of stress hormones in our body. So the production of cortisol is immediately stopped. Our body reacts instantly on what we are offering him here on the state of coherence, and we produce other hormones, for example, DHEA, which is a happiness hormone, for example. And we also trigger the production of lots of regenerative, renewing, replenishing, and also rejuvenating hormones. So by this simple exercise, just if you exercise this maybe 3 times a day for 10 minutes, you get instantly from a state of chaos into coherence. You are more able to balance your emotions and also your stress response, because your whole body is running in an energy efficient mode, and everything in your body is harmonized and synchronized like in a symphony orchestra. And this is where people also experience other benefits, where you not only recharge your body, it's also, we are more composed, we can make better, we communicate much better, we are more energetic, we are more positive, we can make better decisions, and we simply achieve a higher inner synchronization, which at the end of the day also mirrors into our outside world. Because when we create this field, this energy field of positivity, of gratitude, this is also manifested in our human toroidal shield, which is the energy field, that's the measurable energy field that's surrounding us. So, and as I said, when we practice this quick coherence technique, for example, it's the easiest technique for a few minutes. on a daily basis, then we create also, of course, a kind of habit. Our body gets habitually in a state of coherence much easier. And a high level of personal or of inner, or let's say heart coherence on a regular basis is also the base for a high level of resilience. And here it is. So here's the word resilience again. Yeah. So resilience is when we are most of the time, when we make attempt to be most of the time on a high level of heart coherence, for example, by applying this technique, and our body then gets on to a high level of resilience. This is our capacity then to be able to face challenges in the present moment at any moment in time. We can literally shift from chaos to coherence when we are experiencing challenges or bad news or whatever we are experiencing in short term, and of course also long term. So as you can see, resilience based on heart coherence is something very useful, something very tangible, something we are, and this is the good news, we can create at any moment in time. We don't even need a gadget or device, because we always have our heart with us, and our lungs, of course, and our brain. So this is what we can do at any moment in time, and it always definitely begins with us. Yeah, so when we exercise this little self-care, this little self-love on a daily basis, this can really bring us, or this definitely brings us on a high level of resilience, and we are able to face all the challenges, personal and professional, of course, much better. And this is where I would like to build the bridge from how can we carry our personal resilience into our business world, for also on our workplace to become resilient. And this is where the HeartMath Institute has been delivering programs in the past 30 years to hundreds of organizations, to thousands of leaders and employees. So the HeartMath methods are also applied by big organizations, and it doesn't matter how big the team is, or how big the company is, and what industry it is. You can use these simple methods everywhere and at any time. And I would like just to share some results of the professionals, or of some of the results that have been achieved by professionals, where they experienced significant improvements in intuitive decision-making, for example, in focus and engagement of the employees, in communication and heart connection, productivity and innovation, and generally leveraging the intuitive intelligence. Because when our heart is synchronized with our brain, this is when our intuition really serves us, and we find the answers, and because we sometimes simply know if this is the right thing or the wrong thing to do, and so forth. So I would like again to share a screen where just a second. So, and I would like quickly to go through a case study, an example where the HeartMath Institute has delivered the HeartMath methods to approximately 2,000 employees in an aerospace company for over 45 days in different departments, including management, design, and production. And in this aerospace company, the problem was there was a massive stress and anxiety for both management and the employees about future job security, because there was a lot of or immense change going on in this period, a lot of innovations and so on. So what the management wanted for the company is to significantly relieve the stress in relation to they wanted to reduce the staff tension created by uncertainty and fast-paced innovations. They wanted to enhance the self-care, the creativity.
Britta,
Yes?
Britta, I'm very sorry to
Yeah?
interrupt you. That's really wonderful, but we are too late for the second track for the track of business innovation. I suppose you.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna close now. Yeah. So with the case study, of course, you're also more than welcome to have a quick look here. That's very easy. We had, after 45 days of this case study, there was a significant improvement in people being less angry, exhausted, tired, anxious, having less heartbeat problems, depression and sleeplessness. And of course, they were experiencing enormous benefits apart from this. And this is where we can actually also create or transport our personal resilience into our professional life. And if work teams just apply these techniques for a few seconds a day, a few minutes for a day before meetings and so forth, they can really do get really good results, especially when we are facing now these challenges. And this is also what I am at the moment also offering. Part of my coaching programs is the workplace stress reduction program. And also for personal people, for people who would like just to experience resilience, I also have launched the Resilience Gym, where people can join me from the comfort of their own home to practice resilience, to practice this technique we previously demonstrated. And I would also then leave all my contact details who would like to know more about resilience and how to create it to bring heart and brain in alignment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Britta. Thank you. It's been a pleasure having all of you in the self-enlightenment track. Yes, we need that kind of harmony between the heart, the body, and the brain.